Hello, how are you guys doing? Yeah, that was an awful gift. I found it and I was like, that's awesome. I'm using that. Kukui, thank you for the gift subs right out of the gate, dude. That's awesome. We're just doing the investigation tonight because I feel like the investigation and the trial is probably going to be a bit long. I did get a copy of a game, and I just remembered that I did, and I haven't set up the screen region to make sure it works. And who knows if it works? We're just going to go in raw and hope that it works. Who knows? Anyway, it's dangarompa time. There's been a murder. Again. That's what happens in this game. That's what happens routinely in this game. The game only functions when people murder each other. That's really the reason that people kill each other. Like, they bring up some, like, you know, contrived reason on why they need to kill each other at any given time, but they just have to. For the plot. They need to kill someone. I don't remember the details of the first half of the investigation. You're right, Pro Jared's penis. Yeah. Who got murdered in the first one? So spoilers for the last episode. We are on chapter 3, so if you don't want spoilers on all the deaths that happened in chapter 3, which is a spoiler, I guess, in of itself. Angie got killed. There was a gold katana there. There was gold flecks on the door handle thing. The likely suspects are the people that I'm in the room with 5 minutes later after we discover the body, doing this ritual to see if we can get her to come back from the dead. And then she doesn't, and instead someone else dies. And we're about to go and investigate that murder. Nick Delcat, thank you for the 42 months of support. That is a very long time. I don't think we got a baby trail, y'all. I can trust you guys, right? Anyway, someone got murdered. It was her. She's one of those characters that I wish was written better. But she's dead now, so any attempt at saving her character arc is gone. Let's talk to people. We are in this room doing the ritual. Well, the magic circle Q drew on the floor, well, at least it was.
Oh, dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well,
was this drawn with salt?
yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt. Where did you get that much salt? Again, CSGO lobbies, probably.
What?
Are you feeling all right? You sound ridiculous. Ridiculous. I've performed many successful seances. Why, I even had spirits into my body. Sounds kinky, but all right, my dude.
I'm right already.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Nike doesn't really beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But
this takes slightly less time than the first half. If that's the case, then I don't know. I got this game. It's called Hellpoint. I've seen a review of it, and apparently it's bad. But apparently it's like Dark Souls, but space. It's like Doom, but Dark Souls. It sounds cool. I like Dark Souls. I like Doom. Those are things I like. I like demons in space. That sounds rad. I play Warhammer. I don't know if you guys knew that. And that's cool. So we'll see. So I'll probably do that after we finish investigating this. Depending on how long this takes. If it's like 5 minutes, we'll check it out. Anyway. Is Turf the new simp? No, Turf is just... It's not the new simp, no. You wanted to play Outer Wilds a little while ago, but of course reaction was simply to buy it and play it myself, but I can say play it. It's pretty scary, spoiled easily due to the amount of reading in it. I see. People say it's shit. Yeah. See, I got a free copy. Someone, one of my friends, I don't know if I'm allowed to say who. Anyway, one of the people who's been watching me for a while has access to people that can give him games. I got it through them, and yeah. It was like, hey, here's a review copy of this game. Do you want it? And I'm like, sure. So I did get the game for free, so that may tint my opinion of it. But yeah. I'll have to say that again in a minute just for the sake of full disclosure, but anyway, let's play this. In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
What?
We'll find out in Q's lab. It should be written in the Cage Dog Village document.
Hey.
Playing a free game still costs time, though. Yeah, but it costs me less, so I'm more likely to be favorable to it than if I had spent $60 on it. Or maybe I'd be more favorable if I had a direct contact with them, you know? Like if the devs themselves were good friends of mine and they sent it to me. It's always important to disclose that stuff, not just because it's legally the right thing to do, but also like ethically the correct thing to do. Isn't that right, Q? He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense. I don't know as if the circle is going to matter too much. But it probably will. I said things that made Tinko look suspicious, and now this. I'm sorry.
Stop it. What?
Cry later.
Because.
Oh, hold up. There we go. Sorry, had to do that. Thank you, Ender. Crying won't bring her back, and even if we don't investigate this thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
We need to find out the truth and pin this down on the culprit for Tenko and all of us. How much did I miss? Not that much. I mean, yeah, I know this game. The circle will matter because they wouldn't have pointed it out otherwise. If I were to guess, I would say it was a targeting reticle, right? That they had this work by just like, sort of like how it worked with the, what was it, the second game's first murder? Oh yeah, there's a sub Discord. Do ! Discord. Follow the instructions that Moobot has right there for you. And usually it takes about an hour or two for it to connect up on Twitch. I don't know why. If it's not connected by like tomorrow, contact me. Like message me on Twitter or whatever and I'll help you out. But usually that works.
I guess.
You're right. She would want us to figure this out. She had no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. Usually that's correct. I think only once it's been a problem.
Hey!
Himiko, be strong, Himiko. Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's gonna break. But she's not talking. It's like Himiko's not even here.
Like I thought.
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. It's best to leave her be for now. Am I ready for the big 100? I have no idea what that means. I'm a little afraid, Kuklui, when you say those words at me. Himiko. This investigation? How would you say that easily? This investigation is over and shut. All thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. Now then, Cunt Fu's killer is obviously one of you stupid assholes who signed up to do this bullshit seance in the first place.
No.
No, not necessarily. Seriously? The seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her? So, okay, someone else was supposed to be in the middle, right? I'm vaguely recalling that Himiko was originally going to be in the circle, but there was some reason that they switched spots. Right? Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Kuklui. That is very cool of you. The big 100. Thank you for 100 gift subs total. Jesus, dude. Tinko said, let me do it. Himiko, so that way Himiko could talk to her. Right. So, small chance that Himiko was the actual target of this murder. Beaufair, thank you for the year of support. Holy shit. How could someone who was not in the room kill her? So do you believe that Tinko was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron!
There's no other possibility, shit for brains. God, you don't even know that? It seems that that's probably the case. She was alive and moving around just a minute ago. So that's probably what killed her. This is the point of no return, Tinko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it'll be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. So it's very possible that she died while that was happening because of the whole tape recorder thing that I talked about before. There's enough ways for that to happen here. But when the candles were relit, she had already been killed. Means that she was killed in the dark, I'm positive. What time exactly was Tinko killed after the candles were blown out? That may be important to the case. It's 100% important to the case. Thank you for the 4 months of support, Leon Sarambi. Thanks for providing great entertainment, Rev. Yes. Let's kill some weird teenagers. You're right. You're right. And thank you. It's probably unfair to say that she's a TERF because we don't actually know that. But I mean, like, you know, it's one of those situations where it's like, you're probably right.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. You will become the guiding light that shines on you all. Okay, cool. So you're just going to be a light fixture for this one. That's fine.
Oh, man.
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him transform or something. Cool. I'm glad I don't have to talk to him. I don't think she said anything especially like that. But I mean, like, it's white sheet we use for the seance. This was placed on top of the cage. Q is the one who removed it. She's, again, a victim of bad writing. And from people who are, you know, not the best at handling things. Anyway, this cloth is pretty thick. It's pretty similar to a window curtain, but completely opaque. And on the back, there's a blood stain on it, right about at the middle of the sheet. But there's no hole in the fabric. That means the Tinko wasn't stabbed through the cloth.
Okay.
She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. Okay, so there was a dude hiding in the dog statue thing is probably not it. The wooden dog statue used in the seance, I believe it's called the Dog God. Because I had an idea that someone was hiding in there, but there's no way that could have happened. Is it another under the floorboard thing? Well, she was stabbed in the back of the neck, if I recall correctly. And the floor would be, with her face down on the floor, would not have worked. I think. It could be something exceedingly stupid. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember correctly.
Q said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls. The fuck? What kind of measurement is that? What? 175 divided by 2. What? So girls are 87 pounds. That's a weird thing to say. You know, apples. They're about $5. That's about the cost of about 3 Ferraris. What?
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you ever touched a woman besides your mother? What?
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. Why this? If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tinko would have been able to get out easily.
Okay.
I mean, she's probably right, but I mean... Yeah, she's got no, like, filter. She was not raised to have a filter. She's just like, can I murder this? No, okay, it's not important. There you go. How much does... No, that's a stupid question. A teenage girl weigh? The average weight for a 15-year-old female. This is from Livestrong. So this is like, take this with a grain of salt. 114 to 123 are average and not necessarily ideal, which are respected as a range rather than a standard number. Yeah, I don't agree with their math on that. Remove that from your search history. I've searched much worse. Like, researching for Town of Nowhere gets you some weird shit. I don't know. Listen, I don't know if I necessarily want to research all of the things to make this question work, but yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Everything that No did, I had to check. Does it count if the teenager in question is the size of a small child? A teenager is a large child. That didn't sound like you were kidding either. That's just such a weird thing to say. Hole in the corner is going to be entirely relevant. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. Doesn't look like it's big enough for a person to get through, but still. A hole. But it looks like there's a space under here, too. Hold on. You can see something below. It looks like something's dropped down there. Let me guess. A fucking knife?
Got a minute?
After we checked everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves? Okay. Alright, let's walk under the floorboards. Alright, let's check her body more seriously. It is like a cut in the back of the neck, right? Her dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to her neck. The wound was fatal. No shit, she's dead. This must have caused instant death because she didn't scream during the seance. Or she was dead. No, that's pretty much it. Wait. So, Himiko is the one that was over in that corner, which is important. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Would Tinko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain? I feel like that's really important, and that definitely could have been a recorded line. You know? Like, that could have been a recorded line on a tape that her and what's-his-fuck worked out, and they were like, hey, you're going to help me with this ritual. Make sure no one else gets under there so that way we can do this whole, like, oh, Angie, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be like, yeah, literally the first game's Chapter 3 with Celeste, right? And what's-his-fuck? The other what's-his-fuck? Would Tinko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
No.
Her death might not have been instant, but she could have gone far. She couldn't have gone far before she bled out. What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
The wound is deep. If the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience? Of course. Quick deaths are my specialty. Well, then that makes sense.
By the way.
Real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. You're right. I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. It is a clue. Okay. There's a rock. Rock next to her body. This must be... Please put this... So it could have been Himiko was involved. It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure that'll work? Certainly. It's merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon. Like this? Tinko had her forehead on this rock hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit in that cage. Is there anything else you can tell me about it? There is blood on it, which makes sense. The cage used during the seance looks about 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. Pretty large iron cage.
Okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, we covered it. We were supposed to remove it as well. Okay. But Himiko, who rushed in to remove the cage first.
Hey.
Look at this.
Is this...
Which could have been her, like, trying to get away with covering it up. Bloodstain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tinko's blood, yeah?
That's true.
I imagine so. The splatter would have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Which means that she was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. She was under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
Then...
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right? Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. What? That's a possibility. Alright. What's the button to... Okay, let me just slap a bit. What's the button to... I forgot what it was. Is it shift, tab, caps lock, enter? Enter. Alright, what else am I missing? The candles, right. The candles, of course. Candles hung on the walls. The only source of light in this room. There are no windows in this room, and without the candles, it's pitch black. How did the culprit kill Tinko in complete darkness? Night vision goggles, or she just had it lined up? Like, the person who did it lined up the murder based on the circle and then the rock, and they knew exactly where their head was going to be. Candles hung on the walls. There's only a source of light in the room. There's no other light. How did it kill him in complete darkness? Okay, I don't see anything else, so can we go over to that corner now? I feel like we've investigated everything except for the hole in the corner, right? I checked that. I checked that. I checked the circle, right? Talk to everybody? I didn't talk to him.
That cannot
Why are their
be.
pants so tight? What's up with that? Well, it's, you know, it's this fucking series, dude. Why wouldn't they be?
I knew it.
Q, I know the murder is pretty shocking.
But
of course, I'm shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? Well, murder mostly. We performed all the steps flawlessly. He seems more concerned about that than the murder.
Yes.
Oh, if we had performed the caged child again and summoned Tinko's spirit this time.
This is stupid.
Can we stop killing people for a minute? It's birthday. It's this dude's birthday. Ha. Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Suichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
I see, yes.
True. It may be best to move past what happened, to know why the seance failed.
Is that so?
Whatever, just hurry up. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tinko, the spirit medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle so her head touched the marker stone. Yeah, they just keep trying, like, new people in the circle repetitively, and they're just like, fuck, people keep dying. The exact same way. Every single time we do this ritual. Shit. Well, one of them has to survive this just so we can ask the other ones what the fuck happened. And then you finally get through, and they're like, dude, just fucking stop. Like, how dumb are you? Like, it was weird when it happened to me, but now it's just getting ridiculous. Please stop. Then we placed the cage over her, and after that, we placed the white cloth of the cage, and the four of us placed the wooden cage on top of the cage, and that. It could be that there's some sort of, like, button that, like, is triggered on the cage, and then that made it do a stabby. That would explain why we can't find a murder weapon, and also the angle of the attack without there being a, you know, with the cloth being in the way and all that. Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The seance should have been complete, but now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. A mystery as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. It's a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps he knows something.
What do you mean?
Then what happened?
Yes.
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Suichi and Koichi relight the candles. We all removed the items from within the magic circle in opposite order. First, with the four of us removing the dog statue. Then I took the white cloth off, and then... dead. Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it... Was it the moment she lifted it that she died, or was it the moment that we... Sounds like she was definitely killed during the seance. But then it wouldn't be difficult... Wouldn't it be not difficult... Wouldn't it not be difficult in such darkness? Because she was inside the cage, yes? Then when was she killed? That's the problem.
Yes.
There's another problem.
How? Perhaps.
I pressed the wrong button. I just want to read the last line because I clicked through it too fast. Transcript too. And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply can't figure it out. Maybe someone moved from their corner? Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham. She never was one to pull her punches. It's, I mean, the fact with this seance is it's incredibly specifically set up, so if you could arrange for some contraption to kill someone, this would work. Like, this would work because they would be in the exact spot you wanted them to be. What the fuck do you want me to look at, game? I've talked to everyone, looked at all of the things. I've talked to everyone. Is there something here that what am I missing? Magic circle, hole in the corner, Gonta, Kibo. Maybe something on the body? Have I actually talked to Maki? Oh, I guess I haven't. Let's try that. I already zoomed on the body once. Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on. Floorboards aren't nailed down. They're just lying on top of the cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. They're probably a reason they're a little unstable. They've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable. The boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily. But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right? Yeah, I suppose. Okay, now can we do it? Yeah, I want... working on a game. Let me go in the hole. Gold sparkles, I mean. Gold means not inspected. Yeah, I know I haven't expected that. And then... No, gold sparkles means that you're hovering over it. Thank you for the Leon bits, random person. Gay Leon bits. Hey, thank you. I'm pretty sure yeah. What am I doing wrong? Like, literally, what am I doing wrong? Did I look at the floorboard? Oh, that's like a thing I can click. I may be stupid, guys. Listen. I may be dumb. I may be exceptionally dumb. I remember getting this book from the library, right? As a kid, it was a murder mystery sort of thing. You were supposed to pretend to be a detective, but it was like a... You flip to a certain page, or you flip the page over, and then it tells you why, right? Like, what happened. And it was this case, and it was like... You had to be the judge. I think that was it. You were supposed to be the judge, and someone trespassed on someone else's land, and you had to figure out whether or not they actually did it or not. And they're like, no, I didn't know that I was trespassing. And the other person was like, it was clearly marked, right? And so they've got this picture. Holy shit. Thank you, I need professional help for the Leon bits, but it's all as one thing. How much is that? Wait, hold up. How fucking much is that? That's $100. Holy shit, dude. Thank you. And Kuklui, thank you for the Leon bits. That's some Leon bits there. I was talking about a story. Anyway, so the sign was in the snow, right? And the bit that you were supposed to pay attention to was the fact that there was no snow on the top of the sign, which proves that it snowed, and then the guy put the sign up, and that's the reason why. And it's just like, my dude, like, I thought the artist just sucked. Like, the artist just forgot to put snow on that, or just didn't do all of the drawings. There was a lot of problems with the drawing, you know? That was not like one of them that I'd be like, aha, yes. Anyway, my point for bringing this up is, I just kind of assumed that floorboard was going to be weird like that for no reason whatsoever. It was relevant to this. I just had to walk you through, like, an old 1950s, 60s, something or other, like, used book that I rented from the library some 20 years ago that no one gives a shit about, so I can make the point that I just didn't really notice it. Ah, the floorboard is loose. Guys, the floorboard is loose. No one else noticed this, but I was just keen eagle eyes right on that shit right off the bat. And it's the one right under Tinko.
Why?
Why is this floorboard loose? You guys, he'll never be as great of a detective as me.
If I remember correctly,
it wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
Why?
Why would it come loose in the seance?
but
Floorboard was thick and heavy. It wouldn't have come loose easily, and someone must have loosened it on purpose. Can I... Hey, we've finished investigating. Maybe we should check under the floor.
By the way,
Seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for light?
that's true.
Let's bring a candle, but with Kiba's light from up here, that should be fine. Alright, I'll get a candle, remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Okay, got it. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took a candle from Mackie. Then, carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You could move pretty easily on all fours. Hold up. Can I show you guys something? This isn't an ADD moment that's actually relevant to, I'm just saying it's a possibility, right? Can you see that? This does... Okay, you couldn't see that, so it didn't work. Hold up. I'm just saying it's a possibility, right? Like, there's no reason that this couldn't have happened. She wasn't in the room, but we have no way of confirming where she was during this time. Just skittering under the floorboards. Just, you know, like you do. Could have happened. Where do you report Twitch streamers on here? It's the subscribe button. and or the follow button both do the same thing. I'm pretty sure the subscribe button definitely does it though. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues. It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay.
No, that seems like a reasonable thing. Oh, hey, look, there's a bloody sickle for no fucking reason. There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it. I wonder if that's relevant to this case.
Okay.
This blood on the sickle is fresh. That's it. This is the murder weapon.
Is this?
This came from my research lab.
Huh?
It did?
Well,
Sickle can be used to assassinate a target. Yeah, a lot of sharp things can be thrown without losing any lethality. You can also hide it under your clothes too. I feel like it's kind of suspicious. Like, a sickle is totally fine to use as a weapon back in, like, I don't know, medieval times, but it's kind of fucking weird now. Like, why are you walking around with a sickle? That's weird. A knife, however, if you walk around with a knife now, it's fine. Right? If you have a knife on you, it's not weird. Because, you know. Why are you trying to hide that in your clothes? Like, you... Vinny likes using a sickle. They're don't get me wrong. They're fun. But it's not like... It's suspicious. It's more suspicious than not. It's illegal in the UK. Having fun is illegal in the UK, apparently. When I was a teenager, I thought it would be cool to carry around sickles. Then I was told to not be like that, and then I didn't. And you know what? I didn't. Because it would have been weird. It's also very hard to get one that's under the mandatory, I think it's 6 inches. Having fun is only illegal in the UK if you don't have a permit. Do you have to queue to get that permit? I heard that's what you like doing. I told you might actually be a fucking weeb all along. There was a little bit of that. I watched a little bit of anime, but I feel like growing up in the 90s, like, you just had a latent amount of weebishness going on, you know? Queue in lines. Not the letter Q. The letter Q is useless. How's a sickle weeaboo shit? Like, this kinda is. And it's because in Neverwinter Nights, I liked playing monks. And I thought it was cool to have 2 commas. Because that's what that is. That's a comma. Right? And it was a really cool, like, fight thing that you could use in 3rd edition D&D, which is what Neverwinter Nights is based on. You could whapa, and you dual wield with them, but they counted as fists for the sake of attacks, which means that you could do fury of blows with them, but you can also buff them. It was really good, super overpowered to the point that it like lagged the fucking server out. Anyway, I've been talking about this for a solid like 2 minutes now, at least. It can be thrown without using that.
Well.
Right. If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches, which is not legal in Texas.
that's right.
And since Senko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself. But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tinko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab it into it with a 6-inch blade, it would depend on Tinko's posture, but I don't think it's possible. Then her posture is the question.
Hey,
If the murder's weapon's down here, then the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
That's true.
Perhaps after killing Tinko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. It could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. Alright. There's pretty far from where Tinko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboards, just at different ends. Why is there blood here?
Hey.
So the back of this floorboard has blood on it too. You're right. There's a bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
What do you mean?
Did Tinko's blood splatter here when she got killed?
That's true.
Wonder. I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
These blood stains are completely dry. There must be a reason these stains are dry. That's weird. Ira Nua you there in chat, who's been supporting me for 6 months, and I still can't pronounce your name. Thank you. And that allows you to go from one room to another.
Hey.
This is the empty room and you throw it away, right? You could go natural wall, probably not intentionally, but you can use it to get to the next room.
That's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? And the culprit could have gone from room to room by hiding or moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult to move under the floorboard. We did all right because we had the light, but without it would be pitch black. It might be impossible to move around in there.
Nope.
Then they could have used a light, like we're doing now.
Well.
True. Could have used the light to move around the floor. Is that possible? Or they could... Kukui, thank you for the Leon bits for saying names wrong. Alright, well, let's get the obvious blood. I mean, I think she also has night vision goggles in her assassination room, right? She's going to be framed for this. She didn't do it. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's. Yep. Yep, it's approximately where her head is at. Alright, let's see if there's anything else. Cut crosspiece. Look, part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboards is cut off. It's near the loose floorboard. They're both just like laying under the floorboard having full-on conversations while everyone else is fucking around upstairs. This portion is missing at about the same width too, from what I can see of it.
That's true.
Wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse. They could have used that. The question is why? No one's just straight up murdered someone. Everyone's got to have some weird ass fucking shit. You know? Like, this murder, and then I don't know what's going on with this, but you know that's important, that that's cut there, and it's going to be really weird. Like, all of these sort of assume certain things are going to go certain ways. The last murder, there was a zip line involved. They're trying to get away with, I know, but like, you know what? Someone could do something that would make it really hard to figure out who murdered someone. Just walk into the room while no one else is there. You stab them. And then you walk out. And you do it preferably in a way where you aren't wearing an outfit where you get, blood on you. You just have an outfit you put on over it. And then you walk away from the situation. What happened? We don't know. Someone stabbed them. Where was the setup? How did they get away with it? Oh. Like, would that be entertaining? No, but that would be the correct way of doing it. You wear a raincoat, right? You stab them, and then you walk out. You wear a raincoat that's slightly too large for you. So it kind of distorts how big you are. You also either duck or stand up a little straighter than you normally do, so that way the angle of your stab isn't straight on or straight up. Because, hold up. Okay, hold up. I'm going to do a diagram. There's a diagram. All right, so let's say you're a person. Congratulations on being a people. You're happy about this. You're having a good day, right? And here you are with a fully formed body that I'm drawing now. And arms, which you can use for hugging. And standing. because you have legs, right? Unfortunately, though, you do have a friend here, and they're angry because they also have a body and arms, but they don't use their arms for hugging. They use it for killing, which you're sad about because you would prefer a hug. Now with a knife, right? Depending on the height of the person, depends on the angle of the stab, right? So this person's a lot shorter. Your friend here, bam. Little stabby like that is going to be coming up from below, right? Now, check this out. What if your friend was tall? What if your friend was super tall? Like taller than you tall, right? They're going to have to stab downward, right? The angle is going to be completely different than the short person stabbing up, right? Now, if you have someone that's about the same height, it's going to be more or less dead on or maybe a little bit up or down, but the angle is going to be different. And how far that stab goes up or down or what the angle of entry is going to matter. Why not just use a gun? Because they don't have guns here. Why are you illustrating this again? Because reasons. How many kids can tell what angle a wound is? I'm just saying, like, a murder. She's a murderer. And he's a detective. One of the two would be able to figure it out. A short person can jump, but that's going to change the trajectory of the stab, too. Also, the angle of what if the tall person kneeled down while killing? That's what I'm saying. You do a little crouch stab, you'd be like, bah! Right? You do a little crouch stab and bam. You're like stabbing like a short person does. No, I'm gonna still stream something else after this. I just wanted to bring out that conversation. Anyway, stabby strats. What if they stand on a stool? These are all the things that you need to consider. Stand on a stool. Make sure that you got like a different angle than you normally do. Wear a different outfit. Break up your form. Do these things. These are basic things to get away with crimes. Rev is the blackened. Thank you for this info. I will now go on a killing. You're welcome.
Then
a majority of murders get away with it because the amount of forensics at an actual murder scene are rarely good enough, and usually they are found long enough afterwards that you can't really get enough information off of it. You want to believe that people get caught for it, but they don't most of the time. They really don't. I wouldn't recommend murdering people. 1 in 3 murders goes unsolved. Please continue. You seem to know a lot about murder. I know some about murder. Anyway, so what purpose did this serve? The floorboard underneath. My point is that this was way too complex. The more complex you make your murder, the more it points to who did it. Every single time we figured out who did it, it was because of some determining factor which only could be them, right? The simpler you do it, the simpler your murder is, the easier it is to get away with. Fucking octagons. This conversation is going nowhere. The floorboard underneath her body is loose and the cross piece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did this, then why? 1 in 3 is not bad odds. It's like slightly worse than flipping heads. It's like, what, 22% worse? No, 12% worse. It's not bad. I think we've finished investigating here. It's a 33% chance. It's not bad. Don't murder people. It's mean. You want to head back up? I'm glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust. the murders in this are more complex for a narrative reason. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, it's way too much work. It's contrived, but this game is fun. I enjoy the contrived bullshit because it's so fucking ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's enjoyable because it's, yeah, it's stupid to some degree, but it's like the right amount. After Mackie and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation. Yeah, seriously, push someone down the stairs. People are very breakable.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. Is that sure? Is that wise? Are you sure that's wise? What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tinko have different killers, then the black will need to vote for
You're
is
right.
the culprit for the first murder, the culprit who killed Angie. And that's what Monokuma said. So instead of investigating Tinko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's? Do I believe that people die when they're killed? Most of the time. Like, sometimes no, but yes. Like in 100% of cases, that's the case. Yes, you do die when you're killed, but sometimes you don't. Instead of investigating Tinko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
But
This is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, we need to reveal the truth of both of their deaths. I understand why you feel that way, but you're dumb. If you have any plans on investigating the other crime scene, you should probably hurry. When I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I could have ever imagined unfolded. Someone else is dead. Wait, what? Really? What? What the fuck has happened? Oh, okay. I saw you like, fuck you. Why aren't you dead? I'll do it myself. There's no punishment now. If I get this... Wait a minute. If we kill Koichi, right? Pingal. Okay. No. Hold up now. I got an idea, and it's really stupid. The only person who's going to be punished for a murder right now is whoever did the first murder. I myself did not do that first murder. We know that. I was busy doing something. My point is, there's nothing that stops me from murdering this dude right now, aside from my will to do so and my ability to do so. That is a free ticket of get his ass. I think he's dying. Good. Did I surprise you? Were you going to scream and cry in terror?
Huh?
What are you doing? Oh, this is just lightheaded from blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
why?
What? Pingal. I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
Huh?
You stepped through the floorboard?
so mean.
It got me good, because I tripped and I fell pretty hard.
Got a minute?
If you're gonna lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything. I'm sorry, my bad. There's no cross-piece support on this floorboard, so I kind of just stepped through. It was bad luck. The cross-piece was gone. Does that mean...
Huh?
Confidence, dreams. That's what the killing game is all. Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes. Baseball, soccer, mobile games, they're all nothing compared to the killing game. The killing game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
Guess time's up. Because of you guys, I don't have enough time to check something.
Huh?
What are you trying to check?
See?
I want to do some research on the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything that could be used as a clue. The diagram looks mostly the same. Q perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written on this document, but he could have been the one to write this. Do you know how exceptionally easy it is to make fake paper? Fake old paper? That just for someone who doesn't know shit, you can tea leaves. You make some tea? I've done this before. I've literally done this before. Faking an old document, super easy. You take some black tea. You make black tea, straight up. You get like a piece of paper, right? This will not work with anyone with an actual degree. How many tea leaves? Just like a bag of tea leaves. Shut up, guys. It's fine. Why was I doing that? I have reasons for all of my actions. Anyway, you take the paper, right? Once you've gotten... I've never faked documents. It's fine. It's not a crime when it's art. You just get a tub to put the cold off tea in, right? You just make tea like normal. Then you pour that tea water into a pan with the paper. And there you go. You soak it. You probably want to like crumple it up and fold it some so that way it's got some weird angles and stuff. You can make something like this fucking easy. Fake aging a document. What kind of documents can I fake that I would make money off of, guys? Like this. Fake documents. Fake paper probably would have been better. You're right. Can't you also use lemon juice? Yeah, but I like the tea bag thing better. And you could just get like but it doesn't work if anyone actually investigates it. Anyway, Kyo's perfectly reenacted the seance. Hold up. Do I still have that? I might actually still have this. No, I apparently don't have that document still. Maybe. Ooh. No. No. I apparently still don't have that document. Wait a minute. No, I still don't. Yeah, no, I don't have that anymore. I wish I still had it. Am I going to do the trial today? Probably not. We're going to switch in just a minute, but I need to finish this at least. Q is perfectly reactive, but was written on the document. He drew the magic circle in the exact same way in this picture. Not only that, he used the exact same tools. Nothing suspicious about the whole thing. If you don't progress the game, Koichi will bleed out as you ramble. I'm going to keep looking for that document then. No,
Really?
You want to check out the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later.
I'm not so sure about that.
And then I murder him on the spot. At the class trials. So see you there. Koichi left, the blood loss certainly affecting his footing a bit. Let's go.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Aki's nervous? See, so even she gets nervous sometimes.
You want to die?
What are you staring at? Do you want to die? That's a great catchphrase. Like, did I do that? Except for with murder. Well, I'm the baby. Gotta love me. These are quality 1990s memes. Like, y'all know exactly the shows I'm referencing. Rev, you can teleport. That is true. Family Guy. You're right. It was Family Guy. What was Stewie's stupid fucking thing that they tried to force as a meme? Did I ever see the finale to Dinosaurs? Yeah, I did. I saw it. If you want to be, like, depressed, watch that. It's dinosaurs accepting their fate that the world is going to end. I don't know why they thought that was okay for a family-friendly show. There's an entire song and dance number where the baby says, "I'm the baby, gotta love me," and everyone like sings and does a little dance into the series, right? They're just like, we're all gonna die. Spoilers for dinosaurs, really? Spoilers, dinosaurs died. They're not around anymore. They're gone. If you go looking for them, you won't find them because they're dead. That's how dying works. Where am I going again? I've actively forgotten. Go outside, find a dinosaur. Bible spoilers, Jesus died. That was a thing that happened too. You know? Got nailed to a couple of 2x4s. Dude had kind of a bad break of it. Nailed it. Spoilers, though, he did get better. See, this is part of those, like, you know, when people are like, "Who's a carpenter?" Yeah. Yeah. Who's gonna read that? It's alright. It was an okay book. People say it's a good book. The good book, in fact. But, it's alright. It's alright, read. There's a lot of weird bits. I'm still getting to the part where God is homophobic. That's, you know. That's old God. You know, New Testament, he gets over that. He's like, listen, people got to learn from their mistakes, and I made some. I'll stop murdering people in floods, promise. Have my son, and don't murder him, even though I see the future and know exactly what's going to happen. It appears we've all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Oh.
Less friends means it's much harder to solve a mystery.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm sure you've gotten a bit smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah, but Gonta do his best to help. Gonta is doing his best. I want you, I mean, like, so in the, it depends on which version of the Bible you're going with. If you're talking about the non-canon stuff, then Jesus knew what was going to happen. He was like, dude, Judas, I know you got to pay rent, so I'll do you a fucking solid. Sell me out to the Roman government and just, I don't know, get a bit of cash, man. I don't think that's part of the actual canon. Judas did sell him out, but Jesus, did you actually read the book of Judas? I know some things. Fanon versus canon, Jesus. Shipping Bible characters. Mary Magdalene. Jesus. Stop. People really do that. What the fuck are you talking about? I've seen the Bible manga. Yes, I saw it when I was reading 999. Yes, I know of it. Yes. I'd like for you to graduate from stupid idiot level to at least Cato idiot level.
What?
What is that supposed to
Are you
mean?
okay?
And more importantly, are you okay?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. Wow, Mackie rolled sure does pack a punch.
Oh, no.
It's your fault. You don't need to worry about her dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far. Why aren't you dead?
Said,
I know it's a tall order, but you have to use some of your brains at some time, so I don't have to use mine.
Hoo-yah!
She's seriously got that intelligence over wisdom thing going on. These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
Anyone who has to talk about how smart they are constantly. probably is in like, you know, insecure is the word I'm going for. Obviously not a smart person because I couldn't think of that word. But yeah, if you got to talk about how smart you are or strong you are or that kind of thing, you're insecure about some shit. Maybe not those things, but maybe those things. Don't diss my girl. No, I'm gonna diss her. You have given me a generous amount of money, Chloe, but she's kind of got dumb bitch syndrome. It's okay, even though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable. God, please lend us your power. But it may be difficult for us to rely on Jim Bob, considering what happened to Angie, whom Jim Bob loved most of all.
Well, you know.
They shouldn't have relied on God in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Jim Bob.
I also...
So what? Robots can believe in Jim Bob?
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble. How long are you going to say that for? Jim Bob and ghosts don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial this time is going to be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
His trap?
That's right.
It's probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
All right already.
No, he didn't. Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, so...
Suichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say? Jim Bob is always important. Why is he saying Jim Bob instead of Atua? What did I miss? It was a couple streams ago. I don't remember why I started it. I just did. Encoding overloaded. Oh, that's a good sign. Also, I haven't been dropping frames recently. Anti-humor. See, no, it's not an attempt at anti-humor because I'm actually trying to be funny. I'm just not. There's a difference. We descended. Lowercase w, we. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster, and we fell faster and faster downward towards the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. And the light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future, or is it?
Uh-oh.
Boy, it looks like they're really depressed. Must be because there are less participants now. Can you please buy Gonta some shoes? He doesn't want shoes. There's this dude that I went to art school with, and he had that, like, I've lived in the city all my life, like, hippie vibe. Anyway, he didn't wear shoes, and he had a thing against shoes. It was weird. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Monodam sad. As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth.
Now then.
What does feet smell like? You know, I didn't check. We kind of investigated Angie last time. Let's hurry up and get this started. At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoyed to your heart's content. Full suit, no shoes. The third class trial was about to begin. What did he wear? Just like earth tones and a man bun. Angie, whatever, the ultimate artist. She created the ultimate Academy Student Council to try and prevent the killing game. And that didn't work, because she's dead now. Then, what's her name? Tenko, the ultimate Aikido master, also died. She hated men. That's what we remember about her. But I knew she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two of them were killed, both trying to stop the killing. It looks like she's flossing. Like she's like in the most depressed flossing state ever. Was it one person? two different people. We need to pin that down in this class trial. Yeah, actually, no, everyone's kind of suspicious again. Lost the pain away. Fuck off with that. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. Do you want to save? Yes. I think we'll call it here on this game, and I'm gonna switch to I'm gonna give Hellpoint a try. I've heard it's garbage. Who do I suspect? I suspect it was a team. Kato's weird not wanting to go onto the floor thing is suspicious in of itself. Is there a way to, like, how do I quit? I always forget this. Here it is. No, fuck. Let's see. Who do I suspect? Real quick. Kato, low-key, just because he's not, like, hanging out. Gonta didn't do it. Gonta's not involved. Gonta is the least suspicious person in this entire fucking universe. And if Gonta did it, I'd be incredibly surprised. Is there a reason that certain letters are K? Wait. S-K... No, there's no rhyme or reason to the letters. Okay. Koichi showing up with blood is kind of fucking weird. He's super suspicious. He's like my top pick. Kibo, don't think he did it. Like, I'm pretty sure he didn't. Himiko might have been involved. In the same level that, like, Koichi probably was involved. Maki, I'm pretty sure wasn't involved. And that she, I don't think did it, but like if I was making a tier list, she would be higher than Gunta, but lower than Himiko. How do you dislike air conditioners? If you're HP Lovecraft and you're afraid of new technology, which I think might be the reference there. And then Miyu, I don't think she did it. She'd not be able to shut up about how cool she was for pulling off a murder if she was the one who did it. So I don't think it was her. Hey, I'm going to do a quick ad break, and then I'm going to come back with Hellpoint. I'm going to spend the ad break actually trying to figure out how to capture the screen region for this game. So you're going to hear a lot of noises, but this is where dangarompa ends. I'm going to stop and restart stream as soon as I get done with that. So I'll see you guys back in just a minute. Will you do a dangarompa tier list once you're done with this one? I think I should probably start it. I should start it and then move everyone else afterwards. I don't know if I can find one. Someone might have to send me one that's spoiler-free. I was just watching a tier list of 9th edition Warhammer stuff using that tier list editor, and I feel like I should do that too. But that's a Warhammer thing, and we're playing dangarompa, and I'm trying not to talk about Warhammer all the goddamn time. But a tier stream would be good. I feel like a tier stream of several different things would probably be good. Anyway, here's a minute 20. Or, no. Let's just do minute 30. I'll be right back. BRB. You can hear a lot of sounds here real quick. And update queued. Oh, good. That's my favorite. I absolutely don't give a shit. There we go. Settings. Graphics. Twitch. What does that do? Windowed and then 16 by. Ooh. Okay. Cool. Did Mike just pop in? Oh no, I'm in the wrong chat. All right, am I back? I'm back? Okay. Welcome back, everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and stop and restart stream. We're gonna play some Hellpoint. Sound good? Let me know when you hear this.